Is it right to use hot water to treat burns? Wrong answer, kids. It's important to cool down burns with cool water and treat them as soon as possible. Is it right to use a fire extinguisher to put out a fire? Correct, kids. When there is a fire, you can use the fire extinguisher to put out the fire. Is it right to play with fire extinguishers? Correct, kids. Playing with the fire extinguishers can cause trouble for others, so don't play with them. After the shaking stops, put on a helmet and listen to the teacher. And don't push your friends to run outside. Is that right? Wrong answer. Never check the disaster supplies kit you have prepared. Is it right? Correct, kids. Check your disaster supplies kit regularly when you are at home so that you can use it whenever you need it. Is it right to prepare a disaster supplies kit in advance for a major earthquake? Correct, kids. There's no telling when an earthquake strikes, so prepare a disaster supplies kit in advance. Is it right to play with matches, lighters, and other ignition sources at home? Correct! Playing with ignition items at home can cause a fire. Is it right to call the fire department for help when there is a forest fire? Correct! Is it right to use a heater to dry clothes? Correct! Kids, using a heater to dry clothes may cause a fire. Never do that. In case of a fire, how should you touch the door handle? Touch it with the back of your hand or with the palm of your hand. Wrong answer. Kids, in case of a fire, feel the door handle with the back of your hand before opening the door to make sure it's safe. Is it right to call the fire department when your house is on fire? Correct! Is it right to stay and play in the forest when there is a forest fire? Correct! Evacuate when you see a forest fire. The typhoon is coming. She prepares a family emergency kit at home in advance. Is that right? Correct! Is it right to bring the laundry from the balcony before a typhoon? Wrong answer. Kids, your laundry or something outside the balcony could be blown away by the wind and hurt someone. Be careful when the wind is strong. Is it safe to play near the window during a typhoon? Correct! Kids, when a typhoon comes, close the windows and stay in a safe place. Windows may break or things may fly at you and cause injury. Is it safe to go to higher ground during a flood or tsunami? Correct! Kids, low-lying areas are dangerous. Be sure to go to higher ground. Is it okay to leave the rescue team after the flood or tsunami recedes? Is that right? Wrong answer. Kids, stay with the rescue team when you are in danger. This will ensure your safety. Is it safe to take shelter in the roof of your house after a flood or tsunami? Correct! Kids, if your house is flooded, don't stay in your room. Just take shelter on the roof. Get to higher ground and be safe. Is it right to get close to the patient for observation after pressing the shock button on the AED machine? Wrong answer. Kids, when using the shock button on the AED machine, make sure to stay away from the patient. Is it right to press your hands on the patient's abdomen when performing CPR? Correct! Kids, when performing CPR, press on the chest with your hands. Is it right to use an AED on patients if they are not breathing or their heart stops beating? Correct! Kids, there are AEDs that can save lives. Learn how to use an AED with an adult. Is it right to hide under a tree when there is a thunderstorm? Correct! Kids, during thunderstorms, taller objects are more likely to be struck by lightning, so never take shelter under a tree. Is it right to talk on the phone outside during a thunderstorm? Correct! Kids, lightning may strike you if you use the phone outside during a thunderstorm, so be careful. Is it right to continue playing outside when you hear the thunder? Correct! Kids, if there's thunder when you're playing outside, hurry back home.
Well done! You've picked up some really important safety tips.